He was exposing them. They didn't want to hear that. So we got to get rid of him. Even though it was
Mm.
biblical, and even though it was already prophesied from many years ago, that was their motive. He's a threat to us, to our bank account, to the widows, to the orphans. Let's get rid of him.
How do we
Yes.
get through the people, Derek? How do we get through people?
Well,
People are
I'll tell you
distracted, like
one
you said.
thing. What the first thing we need to do, okay, is that I am going to spend some time and fast and pray about it because uh, when you begin to fast and pray, that is when you will begin to see a breakthrough. So you have to ask God to send the right type of people, people who are serious, people who wants to be
Yes.
successful, people who wants to go forward, okay, and people who has a trust in the system that they're not going to be robbed. Because the biggest problem right now is a lot of people has been in so many multi levels that they're afraid to jump in again. So that's why I say don't jump in with 1 million, jump in with 100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
start off with 100, be convinced that it's actually working. Then like what I'm gonna do starting from this month, I'm gonna put $100 in every month and let it grow.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's
spend a
called
lot of
the
money on petty.
PNC,
We spend a lot of money on
pre-authorized.
petty little things, and let's build our future.
Well, we're joined also by our good friend Vince Liu. And Vince is one of those people who takes action. He's a leader,
Yes.
he's an achiever. We provide solutions that work, friends. Provide solutions that work. What is most people trapped about, Raleigh? What are most people trapped about? What are people trapped about right now?
Trap. TRAP.
Yes?
Fair.
Yes.
Yes, that is true.
There
True.
are four
True.
things that Raleigh discussed yesterday very, very clearly, and I've taken notes. I recommend everyone take notes. Friends, if you do not have a pen and paper together, it does not describe in your head. Let me just repeat that again. Unless you put pen to paper, it will not subscribe in your head. So that's the first rule. Four
Mm.
D's of paralyzing, of freezing people like deer in red light. Very quickly, Raleigh said, number one, destruction is real. Can you tell me, elaborate about this, Raleigh? Destruction.
Go. Go ahead. I'd like for you to share it the way you heard it,
Thank you,
and
sir.
then yes, you're
Thank you
doing
for
so well.
authorizing me to share your wisdom. Derek said
Yes.
Jesus came to share the wisdom, right?
No,
He's,
Jesus has given us wisdom to get wealth.
woo, I like that one even better. Jesus, given us enough wisdom to
Oops.
get
I'm
wealthy.
sorry.
Thank you, Lord. Here I read the four distractions, four things that paralyze friends and family. Those of you who are seeing this video, I am serious about this business. This is a real opportunity. We have enough evidence. We have enough people to discuss with you from spiritual standpoints, from all areas of life. But this is what's stopping you. Number one, distractions. I asked I asked Raleigh, how do you say that this distraction that you have is valid? He says, I have the proof. Friends, we've got the proof. Number two, delay. I'll do it tomorrow. Raleigh knows in Primerica, my team was TNT. Today, not tomorrow. Brian Tracy says, when you wake up in the morning and go to bed with intention at night, you wake up in the morning, Derek. He says your prompt in the brain should be do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. Whatever got on your agenda.
Mm.
And if you don't have an agenda, write down 10 things you need to do. No delay, do it now. There's no win in delay. There's no winning in delay. Number three, drama, 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 drama. What is this guy doing? What's Arif doing? What's Raleigh? What's Derek? What's Vince doing? People love to talk about drama on TV. Someone very important to me, posted the pictures of people who say idled Pastor or Derek in Hollywood. We idolize people, right? We idolize
Mm,
these
yep.
humans. And even when they die, people share millions of their pictures through their social media to say, oh, I was a fan of this or I saw a movie of this. What does that benefit humanity? Absolutely 0%. But by sharing a message like this with your friends and family, you can absolutely impact their lives, their great way of thinking, their spiritual being. Derek, tell me, how has this been impact in your less than 3 weeks you've been here? We've been friends. I've learned so much from this man. Tell us a little bit about the wisdom of the three wise men, because we had a conversation this morning and you corrected me. Who are the three wise men? We're looking for them.
I told you the three wise men were three shepherds tending their sheep.
Uh-huh.
And so the angel of the Lord came and announced to them about the birth of Jesus. And so he told them to follow the star. But
Mm-hmm.
as they were setting out on their journey, Herod also heard that a king was born. He didn't know anything. And so he called the wise men and he asked them about the king that is born. And he told them, go and seek the king out. And when you come, bring word to me that I will go and worship the king also. Now, listen to me. If you are a doctor and another doctor come into your neighborhood, it will create some kind of insecurity that you may want to think that that doctor is better than you. Everybody's going to run to him. Okay?
I love this.
So
Continue.
it's normal human behavior to be that way. So I'm the king here and another king is born. Are you serious? How can another king be born? So
Yes,
Herod feels
yes.
very threatened that a king is coming after his kingdom. And so anyhow, the wise men, they went and visited Jesus. And look at how Jesus came in humility. Okay, Jesus was born in a stable with the animals. How much more humble can you be than that?
Amen.
He goes to the inn and they said, sorry, we have no room. That's okay. See, Jesus has come here to express his humbleness to us, to draw us to him. Listen, many a man want to become God, but only one God became man. You know why? So he can bridge us to him so that we don't live in that fear. We don't live in that insecurity. Nevertheless, they went, they visited the king, and then they were going home, and the Lord said to them, God said to them, do not go the way that you came. And so Herod, seeing that he was being mocked, got very angry and started killing all the little children. So he calculated the time when Jesus was born to the time of his madness, and he went out and killed the little children 2 years and under, because he figured somewhere in there he would have killed the king also. And so, but he didn't get what he wanted, you know.
that
So,
that Pastor Derek brings me the 4 point of Raleigh's four polarizing factor, which is the devil. Talk to us about the devil, because he told me this. Let me set it up for you. Devil will remind you of all of your failures. Man,
yep,
people sitting there
yep.
on their phone thinking, oh my God, I failed at this, I failed at this. All you need is one excuse to succeed, one belief, one. Tell us about the devil. How does it play with the mind of man?
Well, when Jesus take your sins, okay, and he put them in the sea of forgetfulness, it is to be remembered no more. But the devil is never happy because he always go and he's digging out. Oh, you know, Tom did this to you and Mary did this to you. You need to take revenge. You know, so here's the easiest way to put this is everything God create, Satan want to desecrate.
Wow.
See,
Wow.
everything God create, he want to desecrate. God says, I create Adam and Eve. He says, no, Adam and Steve. God says, no. No. So
That's
there you go.
incredible.
One
Derek,
guy got.
Derek, hold on. We share some very privileged information here. As a customer, what's your belief about the banking system in Canada? You told me previously you went to the bank to withdraw some money from your account and they told you what? What's your experience
They
with the bank?
said that when you invest money, you have to wait 1 year before you can get it back. So they're making millions on my money and they're leaving me in poverty. So why should I go back to the bank and why should I deal with the bank? Okay?
Wow.
Every day we learn about different platforms. Unfortunately, not all platforms are true. We told you the story about the 56 million that these people lost, or
Who
billion,
was
or
that?
whatever.
Tell me
Okay?
about it.
There was no security in the platform because the guy was laundering everybody's money. I have a friend who has a friend that just lost 25,000 on on that platform.
Wow.
Okay, I go and I tell my friend that there's this organization is paying 11%. He said it's not possible. I said that's because the bank has brainwashed us all these years. So he said, okay, give me the proof and I'll join. So I sent him the stuff Rody sent me last night. I
Wonderful.
want him to be convinced. He said, okay, now show me a withdrawal of somebody's account who's actually gotten 11%. So we will get to that. We will give it to him and we will show him. Because telling him that he's going to get 11% a month, he is saying, no, it's not possible because I said the banks brainwash us. If I
I
had known
love it.
better, I'd been a multimillionaire, not through the bank.
Of course, nobody ever got really wealthy by working 40 years 40 hours a week and living this life, this pleasure that our friends have shared with us, this opportunity to go to Japan or anywhere in the world. If Hadi had a job, he would right now be in Montreal going listening to the boss, tell him what to do, what not to do, what to like, what not to like, what to eat, what not to eat, and then go home tired trying to express his feeling to his wife. Now both of them are probably walking on the beach somewhere in south of Japan.
Well,
This
we don't have to
opportunity.
work hard, my friend. We got to work smart.
Wow.
Okay? So look, for example, let me show you a simple example. You find $10,000, even if you have to borrow it from your credit card. You take $10,000 and put it in this program. Okay? Let's say that it was only 11%, but it's really more. So it's $1,100 a month. Okay? You continue to work, but what you do, you accumulate for a year. You make a sacrifice. Everything in life has to have sacrifices. You make a sacrifice, and after that, why you want to work with anybody anymore for? You're gonna have enough, and so you go around and you share the wealth with other people. You say, "Well, Rolly, I put 10 grand in here. Why don't you put 10 grand and look what you're gonna get? I'm gonna get a little commission from Rolly, no problem, from the company. But the thing is, that's the way of multiplying your resources so that you can be independent. You see, listen, not everybody in this world is rich. You know why? Because they're never willing to take a risk. They want to go to job, work in a factory 40 hours a week, get their paycheck, whatever, and that they're happy and content with that. Until somebody comes along and says, look, you don't have to work hard. You gotta work smart. Now, let me give you an example about my life. Okay? As a pastor, as a praying person, you pray all the time. I have never gone without anything. There are times in my life, I'm telling you, there was a time in my life when I couldn't buy a loaf of bread. And God knows that. But God wants to see how are we going to operate. I said, Lord, I have no money today. I could barely buy a loaf of bread. Someone comes along and they give me an envelope and they said, here, I want to bless you with this. Okay, that's God. When you see God first, He's always going to look after you. And even if you don't seek him, he's still going to look after you because he's a God of justification. He reigns on the just and he reigns on the unjust. He didn't say, oh, look, all my children are living in Canada. I'm going to bless them and leave the other people behind. No, he will never do that. But when you come to love him, trust him, and depend on him, okay, he will bring ideas to you. And you're going to run with those ideas. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry I didn't know about Aurum maybe a year ago or something because
I
I
have
would have
good
probably be
news.
driving in a nice Rolls Royce by now, you know.
I love it. Hold on. I have good news for you. A year ago, Aurum was not public. It was only available to the millionaires in Middle East and in Far East, in Hong Kong and in, let's say, Middle East. They put in 550 million. All of this is research information, friends.
Mm.
We have solutions that work, and we have a huge problem that can be solved, and we will take you step by step by step. One of those people who were here who took the steps and put them into writing and made it so simple that anybody, even my 12-year-old son, is following to set up his account, is Vince Lu. Vince, are you here, my friend?
I'm here, guys.
All
How
right.
are you
Well,
doing?
tell us what do you think about the session with Mr. Derek, our buddy here. He just refreshed my brain. Like you know, when your phone doesn't work or your brain doesn't work, you need to repress the button and reset it. He just reset my whole set about my own spiritual life, my journey through the years, and why I am here. Tell us about your experience, why you worked so hard to put that document together. Tell us what you need to
Well,
tell us, Vince.
I put that document together because I said what I went through. I'm fairly patient. After hearing two sessions, I talked to Arif the following day and asked him, okay, what do I do? How do I get set up? And then Arif tried to guide me, and then he got stuck a bit, and then he got Alf on the line traveling through Europe and helping me while he's driving through different countries and in his car, doing his best. Incredible knowledge. Very thankful for Alf. He helped me set up, but it took 2 3 hours to get Aurum set up, and then the different browsers and apps that are required to make the whole thing work. And then Benetti got stuck about how to get funds into the Aurum account from my account. And that's where Hattie took over the following day, spent a couple hours again creating videos, etc. And I said, after that, so eventually I had everything set up, and I said, man, I don't want anyone else to go through all this. I mean, it's crazy. I don't, right? I don't know how. I mean, I'm pretty detailed, so I write notes and I go back and look at information that was sent to me, and so I just gathered everything together and try to simplify it for the next person. That's what I did, and I spent, to be honest, probably 3 4 hours one day, and then I sent it to Arif as soon as possible so we can, because I know there'll be other people exactly in my situation, and they were passed around to 2 3 people, they might just say, okay, forget it, it's too complicated. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I did that basically based on what I had to go through, and I didn't want others to go through the same thing.
Thank you, Vince. Your contribution is insurmountable. My job is to simplify things for people so they can say, listen, I can do it too. And let's say Derek's job is to get people to say, listen, there's a calling here. It's more than just money. It's freedom. It's your time. It's your family. It's your mama. It's your kid. It's your uncle. It's your cousin. It's everybody involved. Raleigh's here to set the example to say, listen, even if the devil is playing with your mind right now, even if you have all of the excuses to delay this opportunity, even if you have absolutely no money, even if the drama of your life is bigger than tomorrow, and even if the distractions in your life are leading you to the direction of hell, you still keep moving. Derek, Are you here to wrap this up in 1 minute as we close this session? We have a lot of people to reach out and they are lined up right now. We just set up Mario with instructions from Vince. In the next session, we'll update the general public here in our community how to set it up. And if Mario was successful, then we'll give 2 thumbs up to Vince. We're going to recognize it because multiple people have done it, but this one is fresh. What's your last word, Derek?
My last word is let's teach people how to come to trust and believe in the things that you're doing using the wisdom that God has given to you.
Thank you, sir. That's a perfect setup for this. Thank you. Have a great day.
And
We look
tell them
forward.
if they don't believe or they need help, I can pray for them, no problem.
Wonderful. If you need a prayer, if you're in a desperate situation, if your husband committed suicide, if your kid is desperate and depressed, if something's happened to your family, reach out to Derek. He's here in this room. Subscribe to this channel. Learn about Meeting Room that you're gonna come and perform in. Learn about Aurum ecosystems, learn about yourself, learn about God, learn about Jesus, learn about Muhammad, learn about everybody in this world who's made a positive impact. I'm Arif Gilany. We're here to make a positive impact in your life. Thank you for your time.
Blessings.